We are watching from Ferus' perspective, playing as Beast in the top left corner. And in the top right corner we have Urakaar playing also as Beast. So this is a Beast mirror. Both pairs starting pretty traditionally. Just sending more minions to gold, nothing too crazy. Obviously this is not the adjusted version. The Neo Darkside Forest where you would have easy access to your expansion. Here you definitely have a little bit harder time because the expansion has 2 entrances, while you have another entrance between your main base and your expansion. So this is really hard to actually build it in front. But as you can see, Urakaar is still trying to do it somehow. Trying to close this path to basically create the Neo Darkside Forest for him. Basically closing this. And then he will just have that one entrance. But obviously this is not a wall, yeah, the buildings can still get destroyed, you need to protect them, so this is just an attempt, definitely not something too OP. While Ferus is going definitely for a more traditional approach with these buildings, trying to close the entrance to his main base. But we don't see anything too interesting yet, obviously. Both players need to finish their stables and arena. Ferus is definitely way ahead, he already has a Boron at the time where Urakaar finished his stables. It was a really early Boron, he's already producing a second one. So that was like maybe 15 seconds or 12 seconds before he even finishes arena, which is really early Boron there. Urakaar probably had to wait a little bit for this Boron to produce a warrior, but still fine. Both players are getting wood with 2 minions. Actually now Ferus only with 1, okay, but he's scouting with 1 as well. Urakaar is not scouting with minions, but he's getting gems with 2 minions, so you'll definitely have some small advantage there. He's a little bit ahead. 2 Borons. Actually Ferus already has 3 Borons, that's a huge investment. I don't think that's really needed this early on. Now he's going for Goblin Hut, so obviously he wants to have the Borons prepared for his Goblin Hunters to make them into Goblin Riders, but it's still, I think, a little bit too early to make 3 Borons at once. Urakaar is now scouting with his warrior, immediately going to the right location and finding about the position of Ferus. So that's a little bit of luck for him. As you can see, Ferus has... It's a little bit unlucky here. He's checking 2 expansions where the enemy is not first, and he will find the base actually pretty late. And since Urakaar built this and now he's actually going for expansion probably, that's a huge factor here. Yeah, if Ferus went immediately here, that would be a totally different story, so definitely really lucky for Urakaar in this situation. Ferus now also making a Dark Ultra. And Ferus is also finally going for some gems. Starting like 180 behind, but still going for them at least. One warrior from Urakaar being kept here to scout this location, which is decent, but he doesn't have any other warriors, as you can see. He has no units. He just invested into the expansion, and since Ferus scouted this, I think he kinda... He doesn't know it, but he can guess it, I guess, that the expansion might be here, so he'll be going with his minion around this cliff to that location, checking this expansion. And obviously once he finds out about it, he will definitely send some respawn. And as you can see, he has decent army. Yeah, he prepared the Borons there, now he'll quickly produce the Goblin Hunters, I think, while also making more warriors. And Urakaar really has just like 3 warriors scattered around the map a little bit. He doesn't have any totems, now he's finally going for it. Decent respawn time, but the totem should be placed here way before that anyways. And to be honest right now, obviously I know the outcome of it. I saw the game, but I think this is the biggest mistake Ferus made right now, because to be honest, he invested lots of resources into this army. The army is pretty strong. He could be still producing more, yeah, he's not really spending his resources too effectively right now, but okay, he even went for some tower rush. But overall, I think here he could have definitely won. Not necessarily like this, but once he sees this totem, he could easily go around and destroy these 2 buildings. Urakaar doesn't have the army to actually protect them. And if he lost stables and arena, I think it would be GG. It would give enough time to Ferus to get a troll really quickly, and then just push this totem. Right now, as you can see, he's just losing all of his units, even though he had a stronger army. And he's just falling behind. Urakaar has a totem here. He just repaired it. He's making Dark Culture now. He will just produce more units. He even manages to kill this totem, so he will be totally fine. And obviously, once he repels this, he's just ahead because he has an expansion. The last chance for Ferus would be to get trolls really quickly, because he still maintained some units. But the problem is that he's not even building the bestiary now. As you can see, he probably wants to go for expansion to somehow catch up, but obviously it takes 120 seconds to finish a stronghold. Urakaar is already filling it up with minions, even though he's not using both strongholds for that. That's a small mistake. But he's definitely gonna fill it up really quickly, and there is no way Ferus can catch up in terms of resources. He's already behind on population a little bit, and as I said, he should have definitely destroyed this, which he didn't, so Urakaar doesn't even need to rebuild any infrastructure. He's actually going for the bestiary only a little bit later than Ferus, and both players have pretty similar armies right now. Ferus has way more damaged units. That is one almost dead warrior, but Urakaar has stronger backline with his goblin riders. And there is actually another... Oh, only Boron, okay, so Ferus will probably even lose his Boron here, which is some population and resources. Ferus is also going for Harpy Nest. He also has one Witch, so trying to diversify the army even more, which might be good. Yeah, the Bloodlust might definitely make a difference there. It's only 75 mana, so that's definitely good. Also some other buffs on the Witch, but the main deciding factor here should be the trolls, and even though he already finished his bestiary, he's just not producing any trolls. Urakaar also doesn't have resources for it immediately, but he's 10 population ahead. My game was commented, yeah, your game was already commented before this one, like 20 minutes ago. Then we had a short break of like 3 minutes, and now we are doing this one. But obviously you can watch the replay on Twitch or just the video once I post it on YouTube. So yeah, nice push from Urakaar here. He definitely has more units. There is a mistake from him. He has wrong rally points, so his units are walking through the enemy army. He's going to lose his Boron here, or at least majority of the HP there. He has definitely way stronger army, but as you can see, I don't know how he misclicked that, but probably just clicked move instead of attack move. Definitely a huge mistake, just wasting his units. He's getting splashed down while he's hitting some random minions here. He had way stronger army, he could have easily pushed this. Instead of that, he will actually have to retreat. He's still winning on population, even though a ton of that population is in these minions, but he's definitely still ahead. There is no way Ferus can push it, especially when he doesn't have any trolls and he's not even producing any of them yet. Urakaar already has first troll and almost second one is finished. He's making a second arena. So yeah, Urakaar is definitely way ahead, but he kinda messed up here. He could have pushed that. At least destroy the expansion. Maybe he wouldn't push this yet if Ferus remade some army, but it would be definitely GG really easily. Right now Ferus could still potentially somehow recover if he had really good micromanagement. And mainly if he made some trolls and potentially harpies with Confuse. But he didn't really do any of that, he's just producing more units for the front line. Making second stables, which doesn't really make sense in this situation. It's not like these stables would be in some major danger. Obviously they can get destroyed by trolls, but this is also really in the front, so I don't really see a reason behind that. Totems also will be totally useless at this moment against the trolls, so I would really just focus on making trolls and maybe some harpies. But yeah, this is too late. Urakaar already has 3 trolls and a decent army. Yeah, you get roasted quite a lot. I mean, he won, so I think I still probably set more critique towards Fluff. but obviously I'm trying to provide some feedback for everyone. Even in this game I was saying what both players were doing wrong. Yeah, so first harp is produced for Ferus, but he doesn't have confusion yet, so that is kinda useless. Only one troll here. Urakaar not really micromanaging his trolls out, so maybe one will even die here. Nah, no. Ferus didn't finish that last shot and allowed Urakaar to escape with his 9 HP troll. As you can see, the HP is going up. I'm not actually sure. Okay, this is something I didn't know. Seems like trolls have passive regeneration of HP even outside of the stone form. Obviously in stone form it's much faster, it's 4 HP per... it's not even per second, it's like per 0.7 or something. But even outside of stone form they are regenerating 1 HP per second, which is something I didn't know, so that's quite interesting. I don't think it's in the description of that unit, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, the players left, so we can't really check it anymore. Let's check the results. Almost 40 minutes game. 38 kills for Urakaar, 25 for Ferus. Reversed in terms of losses. Largest armies experience. Only 1 research for Ferus. 0 for Urakaar. 10 buildings on both sides. Ferus didn't destroy anything there. Urakaar only destroyed that 1 totem in the front and then probably 1 in the back. Nothing really more. But he definitely win this on resources. That's a huge difference, obviously. Like 1,500. If we, I mean, 1,000 in terms of spent or harvested. And also more gems because Ferus started harvesting that later and didn't have the expansion for some time. Probably wasn't even getting gems from the expansion.